Good day, dear students. Herewith, herewith we are going to have the third lecture for Asian literature. In the previous lectures, we had an introduction of what does this Asian literature comprise of. Then we had an introduction of the Unit 1 start as an introduction for Moon Festival, where we discussed the mythological background, the cultural value of the poem Moon Festival. We also had an introduction of the author Bei Dao, which was his pen name, and his actual name was Zhao Zhenkai. Then let's move to the poem Moon Festival. Moon Festival. Lovers holding pits in their mouths make vow and delight in each other till the underwater infant periscopes his parents and is born. An uninvited guest knocks at my door, determined to go deep into the interiors of things. The trees applaud. The first stanza of the poem gives a picture of lovers enjoying their privacy in the night under the moonlight. Lovers holding their pits in their mouths, making vows. The lovers are making vows. They are delighted in each other. They are in each other's uh, control and they are enjoying the pleasure of lovemaking, and their privacy is being disturbed by the moon, which is here given as underwater infant. The lovers are supposed to are sitting uh, on the bank of a pond or a water reservoir, right? Like a pond or a lake in the night time, so that they are having the reflection of the full moon on that water. So the poet here calls the reflection of the full moon in the water as underwater infant. Here is a personification where the moon is being personified as a infant, as a newborn. Because being a full moon, it has now reached its completeness. It is complete now. The moon is complete now. And that complete moon, the full moon, is compared to a newborn, a completely made up, a completely developed infant, a newborn baby. And this infant is watching these lovers from the underwater. Underwater here refers to the reflection of the moon, and the lovers are being watched. They are making vows and are delighted in each other till the underwater infant periscopes his parents. Periscopes. Periscope is actually this is what a periscope is. Periscope is actually a device which is used in the submarines to have a look at what's happening over the water. Right? நீருக்கு அடியில இருந்து மேற்பகுதியில என்ன நடக்குதுன்னு பார்க்கறதுக்காக உபயோகிக்கிற ஒரு கருவி is called as periscope. Here, periscope is not used as a object or a subject. It is being used as verb here. Please do note this. It is being used as a verb. Periscopes, periscoping is something like watching, secretly watching, without the knowledge of others, right? Having an eye on. So this underwater infant, this full moon, is periscoping his parents and is born. His parents are here no one else but the lovers are referred to here as, and is born. The periscoping moon is born now. It is complete now. A baby is born when it reaches complete development in the mother's embryo, right? Somewhat like that. When the moon has reached its maturity, has reached the full growth, it is born as a new moon, I mean, as a full moon. So the full moon is periscoping his parents and is born. It's secretly watching the lovers. An uninvited guest knocks at my door. An uninvited guest here, it is no one else but once again the moon. The moon is here called as an uninvited guest. The lovers are searching for privacy. They want no one else to intervene their meeting. They want no one to disturb them. But this moon has come to that their meeting place without any invitation. See, so he compares the moon to an uninvited guest knocking at my door. Their lovers are not allowing, they don't want the moon to disturb them. They are shut inside their privacy, they are shut inside on each other's arms. It is knocking their door and it is trying to disturbing the lovers. So he calls the moon as an uninvited guest knocks at my door, determined to go deep into the interiors of things. And this uninvited guest is determined, is very sure that it wants to get deep into the interiors of things. Interiors of things is here this moonlight reaches the all the interior parts. Nothing can escape. The moonlight has filled the entire place, has filled the entire landscape. Right? It's trying to go deep into the interiors of things. Interior. The moonlight has even reached the interiors, the in depths of water. So that's what he calls here as interior. Another thing is this interior of things can also be connotated in terms of the personal things of the lovers. An invited guest is trying to disturb their privacy and trying to hold their privacy and get into the interiors, the personal things of the lovers. The trees applaud. Here is once again a kind of personification where, due to a mild air or a breeze, the trees uh, the leaves give out a rustling sound that is here compared to the applaud of trees. So the trees as well as the moon are disturbing the privacy of the lovers. Wait a minute. The full moon and this plan are making me nervous. My hand fluttering over the obscure implications of the letter. Let me sit in the dark a while longer, like sitting on a friend's heart. Wait a minute, the full moon and this plan are making me nervous. See, the poet is a bit nervous because he is meeting his beloved in a privacy. Uh, he is going to share his heart with his beloved, and they are going to share their emotions with each other. It would be a very important moment, unforgettable moment for lovers. But this full moon is disturbing. Moreover, he is nervous, he himself is nervous, and this moon is giving some kind of disturbance to the lovers. My hand fluttering over the obscure implications of the letter. Letter is his plan to share his emotions with his beloved. Let me sit in the dark a while longer, like sitting on a friend's heart. So the poet seeks darkness. The poet seeks privacy. The poet seeks loneliness with his beloved, and he compares this loneliness, this darkness, this privacy to a friend's heart. Friend's heart will never let your secrets out, right? You'll see, we will share our secrets with our best friends, and we share with our best friends because we rely on them. We rely them so much that, and we trust them that they will not let our secrets know to others. So he compares the darkness, the privacy, the night to a friend's heart. Let me sit in the dark a while longer. A while longer is he doesn't want any kind of disturbance because the moon is disturbing them. He doesn't want that disturbance. He wants some more time to be spent with his beloved without any kind of disturbance, like on a friend's heart. So he compares the privacy, the darkness, the secret to friend's heart. The city is burning deck on a frozen sea. Can it be saved? It must be saved. The faucet drip drop moans the reservoir. Now, in this third stanza, the poet completely jumps from one mood, from one idea to another. The entire environment, the tone of the poem shifts from a romantic tone, from a pleasant, uh, enjoyable moment. He shifts to a moment of turmoil, to a mood of turbulence, to a mood of disturbance. From his private affairs, from his personal affairs, he jumps to the public. He talks about the city. The city, a burning deck on the frozen sea. Can it be saved? Can it be saved? A kind of rhetorical question which makes us, which makes sure that there has already been a question asked or informed that the city is in danger. From the question, can the city be saved? We understand that the city is in danger. The city, a burning deck on a frozen sea. See, the city is compared to a burning deck. Deck is a part of the front part of the upper part of a ship, is compared to a burning deck. What happens when a ship or a boat burns over its deck? Definitely, it's going to sink, it's going to shudder, right? So the city is compared to a burning deck. The city is a ship and it is burning now. So there is a danger of a complete destruction of the city as well as the people there. So he is referring to a revolution, a Chinese revolution which held in the year 1989. So the city is compared to a burning deck on a frozen sea. It can also be connotated in terms of the moon's light, the burning, the image of burning can be compared to the moonlit night city, the city which is completely canopied by the moonlight. The moonlight here can also be compared to burning. The city, a burning deck on a frozen sea. Frozen sea. Frozen is completely stuck without any change. Fro- Freeze or chillness can be taken as symbol of or a connotation of immobility or inability. Right? Warmth can be taken up as a kind of positive connotation, whereas chillness or frozen or freezing can be connotated in terms of bad or can be taken in terms of ominous, right? So, on a frozen sea, can it be saved? Can the city be saved? He himself gives the answer to the question. It must be saved. There is no other go. We have to save it. We have to save it. It must be saved. The faucet, drip drop, moans the reservoir. Here, the poet gives a picture of a reservoir. A reservoir is somewhat like a water tank or a pond, right? A reservoir is or a neer takum, maybe a tank, a water tank, or a pond. And a faucet is a tap which is leaking, and the faucet is leaking drop by drop. See here, it is an onomatopoetical term, drip drop. Right? The faucet is not letting the entire water get out, rush out of the reservoir. It is slowly drip dropping, meaning to say slowly leaking. This leakage can be compared to the people's revolt against the government, the people's involvement in the revolution. But the revolution, the people, the participation of the people is not in a mass scale. They are slowly getting involved into the revolution, like a drip drop of water from the reservoir. Reservoir is a very big tank, very big container of water, which is compared to the entire population of the country. It's not that the entire population is getting involved in the revolution, but only a handful, only a few, like a drop of water from a reservoir. Right? So the faucet drip drop moans the reservoir. The reservoir is moaning. It's very sad. Right? It's very sad over the happening. It's over the happening in the city. So the poet shifts his mood from a romantic to that of a kind of revolutionary. Romantic to a kind of problematic. From personal to that of private. So this is what is with the poem. once again I read the poem. Here goes the poem. Lovers holding pits in their mouths, making vows and delight in each other, till the underwater infant periscopes his parents and is born. An uninvited guest knocks at my door, determined to go deep into the interiors of things. The trees applaud. Wait a minute, the full moon and this plan are making me nervous, my hand fluttering over the obscure implications of the letter. Let me sit in the dark a while longer, like sitting on a friend's heart. The city is burning deck on a frozen sea. Can it be saved? It must be saved. The faucet, drip drop, moans the reservoir. Another thing we have to note here is the poem is not written in a strict formal order. It's a kind of free verse which has no rhyme, rhythm, or meter, and even stanza structure. It has very little figures of speech, and the poet shifts from one mood, from one tone to another. So I want you to do an assignment on this poem, like make a study on the poetic images or the figures of speech used in the poem. Uh, Try to write an assignment on uh, the importance of moon festival or the relevance of moon festival to this poem, or try to attempt a critical appreciation of this poem. Correct. If you have any doubt regarding this poem, you can post your comments and doubts in the WhatsApp group, and I'll try to clarify your doubts as soon as possible. Thank you.